Welcome to each one of you. Thank you very much for joining us today for 7th International Yoga Day. And we have dedicated 6 hours global deliberations dedicating to completion of 1,000 webinars during this difficult time of the COVID-19, during this pandemic, with the valuable support of all of you. You have been the great support to all of us. Thank you very much. We appreciate. With these words, let me take you to a beautiful state called Nagaland, where I served in the uniform. It was so interesting to be there. And they've got Dimapur, they've got Mokokchung, they've got Kohima. They've got such a beautiful places over there. They're very, very nice people. Isaac, as a president, I wish that you speak about a minute, and thereafter I go to Anand Prakash Sharma ji. So, Mr. Isaac, the president of the Student Union, Nagaland, I request you to kindly share your vision, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Major Dr. Gulshan Sharma. I thought I would share my screen, but because of the limited time, I wouldn't do that, but I'll just try to run over. And yeah, I'll try to complete what I wanted to actually say to all the respected members who are here today. First of all, I would like to thank God and also to ICSI for giving me this great opportunity to highlight some critical problems faced by Northeast youth and Nagas in particular, especially the students community. It's a great honor for me to be sharing the same platform with the director and UNESCO representative of India, and then our sir, Mr. Sharma, and then the other leaders from different professions who have already spoken and who are yet to speak. I bring greetings from the office of NAGA Students Union Delhi to once again Mr. Eric Falt, Director and UNESCO representative of India, also to Major Dr. Gulshan Sharma, ICSI Director General, and then prominent leaders with a high and respectable profile today here in this forum. As I continue, you will be surprised, or you will be, hearing new things which you have never heard, maybe. But please bear for some time and hear out the cry of students, issues and problems from Northeast. Before I go ahead with, I would just want to give a little about NASUD. What is NASUD, and what we actually do as a Apex body here in Delhi. Our main goal is to promote and uphold cultural heritage, educational development, fraternity, and so on. But I would just end with this. We as an Apex body act as a local guardian for all the Naga people living in Delhi, catering the need of an hour, doing all sort of yeoman jobs, from organizing blood donation camp, emergency hospital visits, assisting the deceased family in taking care of mortal remains to be flown back to their respective states or villages, in collaboration with the NGOs and well-wishers. And of course, most importantly, assisting the students by setting up admission help desks during the admission process. This is not only for Nagas students, but we render service to all the students, irrespective of state they belong, during the admission process. And also, while I was talking about the blood donation camp. So we normally organize blood donation camp. We get it stored in the AIMS blood bank, and then we make use of that during emergency when patient is in need of blood. So we store, we keep, and then we make use of it in times of emergency. And like said, it is not only for Naga people, but for all the people who come, who approach us, we provide them. So this is one paramount job that we have been doing for humanity as a student's body. Now, I am really honored to be speaking about Northeast in this platform where different people from different countries are representing. I would just briefly give about Northeast. Now, Northeastern region, India comprises of 8 states. And you all would be interesting to know that there are more than 220 ethnic and tribal groups. And also Northeast has a rich culture, natural resources, wildlife, fauna, and then bird, everything. But I wouldn't emphasize about this here today. I would straightly go to the problems of Northeast youth in general. Now, as a students, there are many challenges faced by Northeast youth due to insurgency group problems and underdevelopment, especially in education systems, road and transport, and internet connectivity. So these are some main issues where students and youth faces. The East region is left behind in the development process of India, actually, due to Delhi's negligence, compounded by the Indo-Naga armed conflicts since 1956, which has engulfed the whole of the Northeast India. Not only this Indo-Naga armed conflicts, but there are also other insurgency groups. So the consequences of having these insurgency problems and underdevelopment in Northeast have different repercussions or consequences, which I would highlight. Massive outflow of youth from Northeast to various mainland cities in India. Now there is massive outflow of youth from Northeast to various mainland cities in India because the underdevelopment and insurgency problems have forced the teeming Northeast youth to various cities of mainland India for jobs and education purposes. Now, we wish if there is a better education sector and also an opportunity for jobs, I'm very sure that we would be contributing in different way for our people and at the same time for the GDP of our country as well. Now, when most of the students goes out of their respective places, they face racial discriminations and crimes. I'll be very blunt here and I'll be straightforward, because when the youth from Northeast landed in different cities of India for jobs and education, their lives in various cities of India are not happy one, but painful, as racial discrimination and crimes are committed against them frequently. It is true, the government of India has taken cognizance of such ugly racism and have set up Sri MP Bechbura Committee in 2014 to address the issues. However, still the committee's recommendations are yet to be accepted by the government of India. So these are in general terms where Northeast students faces the issues. And now I would be very particular, as being the president of NAGA students, I will try to be very particular with the NAGA students problem as well. Now, I would like to talk about NAGA students problem in particular. Like said, as a NAGA youth, I would like to humbly bring to everyone knowledge the unique problem faced by NAGA youth, especially the students community in different cities and at the same time in our respective state. I would never want to leave the place where I was born. But I wanted to stay where I was born and learn education and then get job and then settle in my own place. But I'm being compelled to leave and come to different metropolitan cities because there is no proper education, no job opportunities, no proper electricity, and no proper internet connectivity to connect with the world. Now, following the pandemic, many schools have started online classes, but due to internet connectivity, poor internet connectivity, many students are facing the issues, unable to attend their classes or to do many things. So these are the basic things that we are facing. Now, when I talk about NAGA students problem, I would give 2 pointers as number one, totally crippled village agriculture economy. It is very unfortunate and excruciating to know that the Nagas' journey for independence was started with the submission of memorandum to Simon Commission in 1928 before India got independence in 1947. But it has resulted into Indo-Naga armed conflicts and imposition of draconian law, which is APSPA, since 1958. It has totally crippled village agriculture economy. Now, yes, we are presented to the outside world as if we are governed by civilized law or with different things. But in reality, even today, we live under the draconian law, which is ABSPA. This conflict has cost immensely both the parties in terms of thousands of precious lives, resources, and especially the career and future of Naga youths. This is one of the greatest challenges that as a youth of Naga faces today. Now, coming back to another point that I would like to mention is lack of alternative employment opportunities and unscrupulous exploitation of environment. Why I wanted to stress on this because the lack of development, rapid increases in populations, pressure and lack of alternative employment opportunities other than agriculture have resulted in unscrupulous exploitation of natural environment for survival. So therefore, Northeast India turning into one of the biodiversity hotspots in the world is not a surprise. So all these things, I'm trying to jump here and there because I got a limited time. I'm trying to wrap up at the real quick. Now, these are some few points that I would like to put forth. There are so many issues, but if we can address the few points that I have mentioned, giving priority to education, we would be one step closer to better society. Now, as Nelson Mandela said, which I quote, education is the most powerful weapon which we can or you can use to change the world. So today, I would like to take this opportunity and to appeal. Actually, our director and UNESCO representative of India, Mr. Eric Feld, that under your several initiatives and global movement, education for all, and ICSI Director General and other NGOs, organizations, prominent leaders, and members in this platform to kindly extend humanitarian help to the upcoming Naga youth by establishing model educational institutes or institutions, and also scholarships in the Naga areas or in the Northeast.
Thank you.
I would also want to mention that all these things can be done through or in collaboration with ICSI because they have been doing an amazing job. So I would put forward a request to collaborate or through ICSI so that the Naga youths may join the development process instead of taking up the arms and to fight for their survival. So yes, lastly, I would like to invite everyone in this forum by saying that Northeast India is a very beautiful place. So when you come to India next time, please don't forget to visit Northeast, especially Nagaland.
Wonderful.
State. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you, Isaac. Let me just